During the summer when I go hiking, sometimes I don't want to wear hiking boots. In that case, I wear these Barefoot hiking shoes that are just kind of low profiles. But I may have found a better solution than these. Check out these new Barefoot hiking shoes from Hobibear. These things are cool. These are called the Wolfpaw, I think. In all honesty, Hobibear reached out to me recently and said, hey, we want to send you some shoes. Check these out, review them on your channel, and let us know what you think. They didn't give me any money, so I said, hey, I'm going to give my honest opinion. I am kind of a barefoot shoe guy, so we're going to see. I'm going to give these my honest review. So it's the main material has like this green mesh type fabric. And then it has this like these black, you can see that there, it's kind of like a rubberized feeling printed on there. So I think that's really neat. So I have put these on and walked around with it, and just first initial impressions when they're on your feet, they fit really well. They do have that typical super wide toe box that most barefoot shoes have. So as soon as I stepped foot in it, I can feel my toes, they're able to splay, they don't feel crushed or anything in it. Gives you really good balance when you're wearing them. So you can remove the insole out of the shoe and wear it just barefoot if you want to, where you get more of that connection, that ground feel, if that's something you're looking for. With the insole inside of it, I will say it is very cushy. It's very comfortable. If you're walking on rocks or pointy things and stuff, you're probably not gonna feel it as much, and it's gonna be more of a comfortable walking experience. Typical barefoot shoes kind of things, it's super flexible. It weighs nothing. You can ball this thing up in your pack and it'll be fine. Another cool things to note, they have lace locks on these. So these aren't traditional like laces that are gonna come undone as you're running down the trail. They've got this stuff built in here so you can pull it tight. You can use the lace lock to pull it and make it as tight as you want to. And then on the end, which I think is kind of cool, they've got this little Velcro thing that you can stick to the tongue, and that way your laces aren't flopping around and stuff as you walk. The coolest thing that I love about these shoes so far, check out the soles on this thing. These things are super grippy, super luggy. I feel like this is gonna grab the trail really well. I like the front design, kind of looks like toes sticking out, that barefoot toe kind of thing, or that wolf's paw. I think that's just kind of cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the video here. I'm gonna go wear these for like a week. I'm gonna do some hiking, some trail hiking, I can't run. And anybody that watches, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna go run because I cannot run, I'm an old man. But I'm going to hike some trails with these. So I came in the back to film just some footage of the shoes, and there's a ton of deer around me right now. One of them keeps calling, and I'm trying to see if I can find him, get a shot for you guys. But he's pretty much off in the distance in the thicket there, I think. I don't think I'll be able to get close without making a bunch of noise. All right, so it has been a couple weeks since I first unboxed these barefoot hikers from Hobibear. So I've taken them on about 20 miles of trail hiking so far. A lot on paths, a lot off paths. I've tried different terrain, rocks, going over logs, going over different things, and I am really impressed by these. So a couple things to note. I did use them a lot. A majority of the time I use them without this liner, without the liner inside of it, and just wore them barefoot. And there is still a little bit of padding between the sole and your foot, but it definitely gives you more of that that barefoot grounded feel, right? Now, I did want to give these full reviews, so I did do a couple mile hike in them with the insoles in. They just slide in just like that. You just saw me add them in there. They slide in just like that. The insoles on these are probably the most comfortable insoles I have ever had on a pair of barefoot shoes. They are super cushy. They feel like walking in a pair of New Balance out on the trail. A lot of other barefoot shoes I've had, especially ones that I use daily, they give you insoles, and if you hike with them or you walk with them, after a few miles, that insole cushioning kind of compresses down and gets real flat. Whatever they're using for their insoles, I've put several miles on it now, and they're still like the day I pulled them out of the box. They haven't compressed at all. They still feel super comfortable. The cushioning on the sides of the shoe, super comfortable for just wearing in a barefoot. So I've been hiking a lot of these with just my bare feet in there, no socks or liners or anything, and this cushion around here makes it super comfortable on your foot. I'm really actually impressed by these. I think I want to get a couple extra more pair of different style shoes that they have just to see if it's the same throughout all their pairs, but so far this one is really comfortable. It doesn't irritate my ankle, it doesn't irritate the back of my foot or anything. It's just, I feel like they're like a nice warm hug around my feet, and the soles are unreal as far as grip goes. I haven't found anything yet that these haven't gripped in and just grabbed on. If you would like to get a pair of these for yourself, I'll put a link down in the description down below, as well as the first pinned comment. Check them out and pick yourself up a pair. They have a ton of other different shoes. If these aren't your thing, or if you want something more flashy, they do actually offer this in like a really light, like a neon blue color. It looked kind of cool. I was actually debating to get those or these. Check them out. Check out their other stuff. Links down in the description. If you like this type of content, let me know. Comment down below, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share this out to people who might be looking for barefoot shoes or have foot problems. These are really good barefoot shoes. If you don't know, are really good for people with bunions and all kinds of other things where they need a wider toe box, but they don't want those real wide shoes in the back. And barefoot shoes on their own are just very good for your health, your overall health. I'll get a whole other video on that. But barefoot shoes are really healthy for you. Look into it, research it. Having all that arch support and stuff is so bad for you. But anyway, I'm gonna ramble. So if you do like all this stuff, do all the things. Give me a thumbs up, comment, all that stuff, and I will see you on the next one.